Welcome back to Top 5 in 5, where I give you a top 5 in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, George, 1/3 of Valley Sports Pod, and this is our second episode in our three-part series, Top 5 March Madness Edition. This week is the Top 5 March Madness Cinderella run since 2000. And before we get started, honorable mention to the 2013 Wichita State Shockers, who went all the way to the Final Four and proved that season they weren't just a cool name. Get the clock started, ready, go. Number 5, St. Peter's 2022. Starting us off, the 2022 St. Peter's Peacocks was the ultimate bracket buster, a 15 seed from Jersey City that took down the Giants of the Bluegrass State. They stunned a 2-seeded Kentucky in the first round, a team with National Player of the Year Oscar Tshwebe, all led by Doug Eater's mustache, and the Peacocks bench that couldn't stop celebrating. After handling Murray State in the round of 32, they faced a massive 3-seed Purdue. The Peacocks didn't care about the height, they just won. St. Peter's became the first 15 seed to ever reach the Elite Eight in the entire history of the tournament, showing that Jersey tough beats Blue Bloods every single time, every day of the week. St. Peter's historic run came to a halting halt. The Peacocks fell 69-49 in the Elite Eight to North Carolina, and they proved too much for St. Peter's historic Cinderella run that comes in at number 5. Number 4, Loyola Chicago 2018. The 11-seed Ramblers and Sister Jean capture the world, surviving Miami and Tennessee by the skin of their teeth. They beat the 6-seeded Miami on a buzzer beater and then stunned a Tennessee team that featured future NBA stars Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield, and they kept it rolling, taking out a high-powered Nevada team and finally outclassing Kansas State in the Elite Eight. However, their luck ran out in San Antonio during the Final Four. They held a halftime lead, but the 3-seeded Michigan and Mo Wagner proved way too much, ending the Magic with a 69-57 win over the 11-seeded Loyola Chicago Ramblers. An unforgettable run by an unforgettable team led by the amazing Sister Jean. Their magic was undeniable. They just were hitting buzzer beaters. They were hitting amazing shots. It just didn't stop. Did not stop. They were the ultimate bracket buster that year. Number 3, VCU 2011. From the first four to the Final Four, this 11 seed used havoc to destroy Georgetown and number 1 Kansas. The team that proved the first four was a launching pad, not a death sentence. After winning a play-in game, the 11 seed systematically dismantled Georgetown. Purdue, led by Jawan Johnson, and Florida State team full of NBA-length defenders, but the masterpiece, a 10-point blowout of the 1-seeded Kansas and the Morris twins. Shaka Smart's havoc defense changed how we looked at the mid-majors. 5 wins in 11 days to reach the Final Four. Pure madness. The end of the road in an all-time mid-major showdown in Houston, they were out-rebounded and out-executed by another Cinderella 8-seed Butler, losing 70-62 in the national semifinal. And if all of you remember, that same Butler team was the team that was just in the national championship the year before, where Gordon Hayward missed the closest, craziest game winner in history just by a few inches. Go look that up. 2010, Gordon Hayward shot. Insane. Number 2, Florida Atlantic 2023. The 9-seeded Owls were the most efficient Cinderella we've ever seen. A 9-seed that proved that the mid-majors are here to stay. They outlasted a tough Memphis squad, then knocked out the giant killer, Fairleigh Dickinson. Their true Final Four moment came against a 4-seed Tennessee's elite defense and a gritty 3-seed Kansas State team led by Marcus Noel in one of the best elite games ever. And for all the Florida Atlantic fans that are watching right now, I am very sorry for what's about to be shown right now. This was the toughest pill to swallow. In the Final Four, FAU led by 14 points against the 5-seeded San Diego State, but they clawed back, winning 72-71 on a soul-crushing 17-foot buzzer beater at the horn by Lamont Butler. SDU went to the final while FAU's dreams were crushed. Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. Last week, I highlighted the top 5 March Madness moments of all time. If I were to redo this list, I'd probably put it as an honorable mention. This is just a heartbreaker. Number 1, George Mason 2006. 2006 George Mason Patriots. To get to the Final Four as an 11 seed, they had to beat the last 2 national champions. First, they bounced Tom Izzo and Michigan State. Then they sent the defending champs North Carolina Tar Heels home early. Top it off, they faced a 1-seeded UConn team that had 5 future first-round picks, including Rudy Gay and Marcus Williams. The Patriots finally met their match in the Final Four in Indianapolis. They ran into the eventual national champions, 4-seeded Florida, led by Joakim Noah and Al Horford, falling 73-58 in a routing by the Gator dynasty. However, the loss wasn't in vain. George Mason is a great story, the original blueprint. They are the number 1 because they are fundamentally changed how the NCAA selection committee, the media, and the fans looked at mid-major programs. The first team to break through the glass ceiling and get to the Final Four, reserved for the Power 6 at the time. The first mid-major of the 21st century that crashed the party, proving that the gap between the Blue Bloods and everyone else was clearly shrinking. And time. That's our list for the top 5 March Madness Cinderella runs since 2000 in 5 minutes or less. Comment down below what you want to see next in our top 5 series. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow at Valley Sports Pod, and be sure to check out last week's episode in our 3-part series featuring all March Madness top 5s. Take care, flip that switch. Thanks for watching. Click to my left to see last week's episode of Top 5 and 5. Click to my right to see full episodes of Valley Sports Pod. Take care.